Our train reactor spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From remit coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry, he'll show you where to excel. He's
What up, man? Yeah. GM 2.0. Just run it back. Just GM again. And we'll GM again for the afternoon show, and we'll GM again for the Little Noun show. Yeah, that's what we do. Man, am I the only asshole out there saying we're back? I'm really am leaning into that. What up, Awful Eye? GM. This is why I have to worry about duping the content too, right? I don't want to just give you a repeat of the morning thing. It's why these changes got to actually happen. There's so much to talk about still, though. There is, and I'm gonna talk about NFTs. I'm gonna stand by it. I think NFTs are back. Like I said last week. There you go. Yeah. Actually, that's true, Awful Eye. I mean, to a degree, we didn't leave. It's just, it's silly. We got to define stuff, right? Like, when did we start? When are we back? What do the different cycles mean? And at least now people are talking about that, like the cycle thing is just a meme. Like there's no real cycles. And I think, in a sector where you actually kind of have a new asset class that's born, it's probably true. Like cycles make sense to a degree. And like there's patterns in everything. I mean, there's definitely cycles, but new asset class will have those cycles, and then it's going to have things that happen that are just unpredictable. And if you have an asset class, sorry guys, like this, one that we think everybody's coming into, everybody, right? I think we all believe that still. I do. We think everybody's coming in for all kinds of different reasons, but crypto is going to, the same way everybody uses the internet yet, and we think crypto is Web3, it's the next version of the internet. Well, if we think everybody's coming in, then cycles are not going to apply at points here, because the growth is going to be unlike anything we've seen still, right? Unlike any of that. I'm not in Polly's blocked list. Get out of here. Polly, actually, we don't need to talk Polly here, but he's a realistic fucking dude. I can think they're back. At the same time, I agree with him that almost everything in this space is a scam. Almost everything just happens to be what works, and what, unfortunately, people spent their time doing and building is not a lot of substance. So I don't think he and I differ much at all. But that said, yeah, Awful Eye, I like your take. We didn't, I mean, you're not back if you never leave, so that's fair. Anyway, Egg. How did we miss Egg? Did you guys miss Egg too? Oh, okay. Hey, good point, Edge. Let's hit that first, actually. I didn't hear back from Henry, by the way, but, there's some tweets. Maybe we can get some funds there. All right, let's peek at the CyberKong stuff. Hang on, Dung, I'm trying to see what you're saying. Watch within 24 hours, NFTs and BAYC. Sorry, I didn't follow, but all freaking good. Okay, CyberKong's hoodie. I'm definitely going to try for one of these. Definitely going to try. Love those boys. Obviously, Henry. Always supporting the man here. See you, Dung. Hey, you can enjoy it at the same time too, brother. You can see what the space really is, and there can be parts of it you enjoy. So you'll find the thing that you're into. It's all good. CyberKong's hoodie. I'm in. There's not many of these things. They're not cheap. I don't remember the price at all. And Edge, I think your question was what currency? Yeah, shit. I don't know. I don't think it even shows on the site yet. Let me see if I can get Henry to answer here. Because I didn't think it would be in Ron. I didn't think it would be. And then given that Genkai are also on ETH, right? Right? They're on ETH. So I don't know. My gut tells me these are going to be on ETH too. Especially the sales happening here on this site, right? It's not happening on the Sky Mavis marketplace. So I think they'll be sold in ETH. Just a gut feel. They look phenomenal. If you guys saw the afternoon show on Friday, Henry showed off the hoodie. Dude, nice. Nice. But Edge, I don't think it's going to be using Ron. Just a gut. What's up, Marty? Good to see you, man. Anyway, 400 editions, 400 hoodies. So nice, quality-wise. Love the back. I know Joe didn't like the backing of the thing. I think it looks awesome, man. I think it looks fucking awesome. So yeah, I dig it. You guys going for it? Let's see. Any other details here? Man, again, good looking. Man, fucking love it. Oh, by the way, happy Labor Day. Hope you guys got a break today. Okay, we're on the drop page again. No price, no token. So we'll see. All right, keep your eyes on here for details. I'll be refreshing, hoping to get that reply back. Henry, if you're watching, man, just drop in the chat too. Price and what chain? Actually, fuck it. Hang on. Anybody asking Discord yet? I'm peeking there now. I feel like they got an announcement. No, maybe not. Nope. You think 200, 230? What's the price point where you guys are out? I'm guessing 100's too cheap, right? 150? 150 be sweet. 200, probably 200-ish. God, they look great, though. I dig them. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that. Let's look at some market stuff, guys. We're going to talk Yuga Labs, the workshop. Poly guys should have stuck around. Dung should have stuck around because we're going to talk about how they're basically copying Poly. Building apps. Yeah, apparently a big week, and I know we still got a big month here coming up for Bitcoin. So a couple things coming today, actually tomorrow. Tomorrow, manufacturing data. Expectations, it's not going to look good. Who was throwing around the recession word here on Inside NFT? Someone was dropping that earlier today. Maybe more signs we're heading to that. And then later this week, we have job data. That's coming on Friday. Remember, they're wiping away 1 million jobs, right? It's not like jobs are getting eliminated, but the numbers are incorrect. This was reported last month. The jobs numbers are off by 1 million. It's going to get adjusted down. Does that spook the market? Is it priced in? We're going to find out. These are things that do affect crypto. And then don't forget, rate cuts are this month. I believe it's on the 18th. 18th. We're getting those rate cuts. That's maybe what sends us, guys. I'm really hoping so. So we need a little something. We'll come back to this chart here in a minute. We need it. Be nice to get a little action here. We're just like floundering right now. It's not fun. It's just not fun. I'll say that. Ooh, I like that edge, by the way. $150 free shipping. Nice. Okay. I'll take 150. By the way, you got an awesome fucking baby con. It's good looking. What's up, Gravity? Good morning, sir. Hey, smash the like while you're at it, guys. Hit it on YouTube. Hit it on X. Helps a ton. But yeah, just floundering here. It's like you peek because you got to peek and see if you missed anything, but it's just so slow. It's so uneventful. At the same time, there is stuff going on that I know I'm missing. I think NFTs are back. Like now, bro. Smash that shit. I think they're back. Here, I made a little post. Let's put this up. I think we're back. Said it last week. I didn't change my mind with the OpenSea thing, but it makes me pause a little. I don't know what the effect of that is, but come on, man. Too much is going on here. There's too many signs. And it's really, really simple. Okay, if we're looking at CryptoSlam, you're not going to notice it unless you're paying attention to the daily charts. If you're paying attention to who's normally in the top 10, top 50, whatever, and you start seeing new collections pop up, well, you're probably aware. If you're just looking at general volume, it's terrible. It's fucking awful. Volume's atrocious. The vibes are atrocious. You would never think we're back. You wouldn't even feel like we're close to being back. Peek at this, guys. We did the daily and weekly earlier. We're going to hit monthly, too, because the month of August closed here. But 2 days in a row, sales under 10 mil. Not great. Weekly sales fallen. This puts us back to, bear market levels of last year, which wasn't great. And on the monthly view, guys, worst month of the year. Pretty darn sure here. Let's peek. 374 mil. Total monthly cross-chain sales. Lowest since what? Lowest since last October. Not great. And I'm sure we go lower this month. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. Let me see. I always compare sellers, buyers too. Let me see. Sellers down, buyers down, transactions down, average sale price up, trade profits. Wow, holy cow, brutal. Look at that, guys. Almost 35 mil in the negative. Jeez, I got to see how far back we got to go for that. Oh, you know what? Okay, I thought we were going way further back, but last September. So basically, well, really, really close to a year low for profits. Brutal. Wow, 35 mil. That's all those punk sales, by the way. That's all those punk sales that most of them were sold at a loss, so. Yeah, no. It doesn't work that way, Lemon. Dude, what's with that ending of the song? I think there's another version, actually, where it doesn't just kind of have that little drum, that little beat at the end. Yeah, Marco, I'm curious who minted the Easy Fractal. Is that the ASIC one? FSIC cooked, by the way, guys. If you minted, man, 2x. Got a nice 2x on that. And if you did the pre-sale, you also got an airdrop that's worth valued at the same price as the mint price, man. So you got that thing free. Not bad, right? Dude, I don't want to get a reputation edge here, but something's starting to happen there, Anyway, sales look awful. And yet, I think we're back. Okay, let me pull those examples up. And there were more. Like, I didn't bring up price of Herman's and Wifey Station because I don't know what they minted at, but both of those up on secondary, I can tell. I can tell. Multiple soul floors on both of those. But, man, just look at these 4 examples here. Blinks GG, man, I missed those. I missed all of these. I missed all of them. Miss Blinks GG minted at 0.22 soul. Right this moment, 5.5 soul. Those what are they? Pnucks? Do we call them punks or are they pnucks? Either way, minted at 0.005. This was last week. These 3 right here, by the way, are just the past few days, really. So the punk derivs here got up to 0.026, so 5x there. A 2x on FSIC, and that was just on, Thursday, Friday? And eggs, that's the one I missed, man, and that was an obvious one. I imagine if we saw that, we probably all got in, but I think we all missed it. I think we all probably missed that shit. But eggs, 0.008. Guys, eggs are from CryptoKitties. Man. Now, I'm not plugged into the CryptoKitties ecosystem, so I don't know if they do mints, guys. Do they? Like, do CryptoKitties regularly do mints, or is this their first mint, in a long time, right? In, years? If anybody knows, but I know that caught people by surprise there. I think they don't mint stuff, other than I know you can breed stuff, so supply just grows and grows and grows. But a brand new mint, man, shocking. Had I seen them, I don't know how I missed them, other than people I follow weren't talking about them. Hell no, that's not true, because I saw tweets today from people I follow. They just didn't show up in my feed. I'm clicking too much conspiracy theory stuff. So I just didn't see the talk about eggs this weekend. Otherwise, I certainly would have passed that on. But man, those cooked. Those cooked, man. Like a 20x on those bad boys. At their peak, got to 0.18. I can't math, but they got up there. So anyway, from the CryptoKitties, as far as I know, Open Edition mint, maybe open, let's say 24 hours. And mint was on OpenSea. Flow, or I should say maybe it's Dapper Labs going EVM compatible. So some speculation this is a mint kind of setting the stage for that. That's a good point, Edge. That's a really, really good point. Assassin, good morning, sir. That's a really, really good point. So Edge saying here, imagine if everybody did know about eggs, given that it was an open edition. If we all knew, the value wouldn't be there, right? Bet you this would have gotten up to 20, 30,000 minted. I bet you for that price point 008 to get in on a new CryptoKitty generation or new phase, whatever it is, that supply would be much higher. They would not be worth anything close to what they're worth now. Maybe they'd be even. Maybe they'd be down, you know? So the fact that we didn't know, yeah, good for those collectors who did get in. But regardless, man, pretty damn nice. Wish I hit it. But just another sign that people, they're liquid. And I think we knew people are liquid. Is many people that got wrecked over on meme coins over on Solana, right? Most people did get wrecked. But people have made enough and they put enough away. And they've been sitting on it, ready and waiting for when it's time. And guys, it's getting close to time. These collections all in profit. There are more. In fact, I want to peek. If I go to the past, let's say 30 days, I want to see who else is up here as far as like newish collection. I don't know MC Super User. Matrix Fire is not new. Unicornio, that's new in the past month. That one also cooked. Me Many, also new. I don't know Silver. LRWA, that's, I think, a July collection, so newer. I don't know if this one's legit. MK Girl, I don't believe is legit. Jirasan, also newish, like 3 weeks old. And again, the point here is, man, new collections are really starting to come back. Not bull market levels. Make no mistake, nothing like that. Nothing like the good days, right? But we didn't see this even in the beginning of this year, right? When meme coins were cooking, we didn't see anything like this. We didn't see new collections, and first off, they didn't even exist. We didn't have anything new minting. So yeah, first off, nothing new was minting, and if something did mint, dude, nothing was winning. You were not winning on anything on secondary. So right now was unlike even earlier this year. So keep your eyes on this, guys. So I said this morning, the same way that these runs end before really the majority of traders realize it. People don't realize it for whatever reason. I don't know if it's so many people are part-time in the space, or if people are, even if they're super engaged, just don't pay attention. They don't notice these things. But you know this. People don't realize when we're at the end until enough of the influencer guys declare it's over. And the same happens at the start. A lot of people don't realize where we're at until, you know, it's kind of not too late, but late enough where they miss some big stuff. And we're starting to get there, right? We're starting to get to that point where, like I said, I'm saying we're back. I don't think people realize it. Sentiment out there, it's awful, right? Nobody's saying we're back in NFTs, obviously. Like I argue this with my buddies. I argue this with Henry and Joe, right? They clown on me for saying we're back. But I'm seeing the very start of what's happening here. So these things happen. People are making money on it. Projects are making money. And like I mentioned, the project side and the trader side, they see it. They want to recreate that. Projects that have been holding their artwork back, and there's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot. Projects who have their collections, art's done, teams assembled, maybe Discord's already created, but they're ready to rock, and they're just waiting for the market to be back. They see this too, man. So what's going to happen is maybe slowly, and I don't know exactly how, like the pace, but maybe slowly we start seeing more of these projects testing the waters, rolling stuff out, and some of those hit. Now, it could be all this comes at once. I don't think that's how it plays out yet. I don't think anybody's got that much confidence yet, but believe me, there's a lot of supply that's ready to hit this market here. And at this point, you're starting to get traders. You got me looking. I bet you a lot of you guys are looking too, but you got traders who are watching this now. And they're ready to get in because they missed this stuff too. I missed all of this. All of it. It's coming, man. It is not far off. It's not far off. Weeks, maybe months. Who the hell knows? I'm fine saying months off, but I'm absolutely ready to say this is the start. It's the start. So keep your eyes on this stuff. Keep your eyes out for those new mints. People are starting to take notice. People are paying attention. And again, remember, it's the projects too. The projects are ready too. And don't forget this too, guys, man. So also mentioned this morning. Let me close some stuff. We need to save our browser a bit. We're gonna get fucked when we pull up the Pondex, but we got a big old stimmy coming. We got a big old stimmy coming here in a couple months. I think it's October, guys, the FTX repayments. So we got a little update on this. So our last update before this was back, I think July. Right? It was finalized $12.9 billion going back to creditors here. That's traders. That's people who are using the FTX platform. $12.9 billion going back. The next stage, the next step was those same creditors getting to vote. Do they want to get crypto back? Do they want cash back? We got news here this morning. The SEC may not want them sending crypto back. Right? It may have to be cash. We don't know. They didn't say, they're not ordering them what to do, but they're telling them, if you do crypto, we might have a problem here. We might. In a court filing released on Friday, the regulator said it's not opining as to legality, but it reserves the right to challenge transactions involving crypto assets. I don't know, man. Is FTX opening itself up to more drama here if they do send stables back, if they send Bitcoin, Sol, whatever back? Maybe. Yeah, so we don't know what's coming yet, but nice update here. Man, we just can't get real figures here. This is kind of nuts. Right, again, over the summer is 12.9 billion. That's what was reported on. That sounded like the final number. Now they're mentioning 14.5 to 16.3 billion. What's FTT? Hang on. I'm trying to remember FTT. Oh, okay. That was their token. Okay. Okay, so we're back from about 13 billion. We're back. Are we back to that 16 billion number? We might be. And what that might be is a mix of cash and crypto credits. So I don't know. I don't think I'm confident enough in any number here. All we know is billions, many billions going back out. And a lot of that going to work its way back into this market. Man, I can't wait for that. I can't wait. It's a nice stimmy hitting this market. At a perfect time, too. Again, rate cuts this month. Assuming we got an Uptober coming next month. Just assuming. And a big old stimulus coming, too. Great stuff. Wild here. Look at this. Had to take a peek because it's been a minute. Looking at Google search trends. Where are we at? Who's looking at crypto? Who's paying attention? Guys, nobody. Like, nobody. The interest just isn't there. And I think that's wild. Right? I think it's wild seeing, just looking at Google search trends here. Who's looking at crypto? This is, by the way, crypto in blue, NFTs in red. First off, nobody cares about NFTs still. Nobody cares. But crypto, actually, you could almost say the same thing. So it shocks me, man, is how high Bitcoin is still. I mean, not terribly far from all-time highs. I mean, relative, I guess. But how, I mean, we're in striking distance here with no interest. No interest. Nothing. Okay, back here in 2021, I spent some time looking at this earlier, seeing how interest correlates to Bitcoin price, right when we were on our march up to all-time high before. Let's peek at that. This really started moving here November, December 2020 was just before. Here's November. I'm just trying to match up where the price was at when interest was high. In fact, maybe we should peek at the peak here. May 2021 was the peak of interest. And really, man, we were cooking before it even got there. Hang on, let's try to match this up exactly. May 9th to 15th. Well, there you go. They almost match up exactly. To me, wild that we are this high right now with interest down at these levels. See if you can remember back in, God, this weekly view is a little tricky, but let's say February, March 2021. We're at those levels. Tell you what, man, felt like interest was cooking back then. Felt like it was cooking. Maybe it wasn't, but price was absolutely ripping. We're at those levels right now. And we're just hanging. We're just treading water. I'll tell you this, man. It's kind of got normalized too. Thinking about it too. My friends, or I'll even use my wife and her friends, they actually talk about Bitcoin and crypto more casually. I don't sense any interest, by the way, like nothing. But I know it comes up in conversation here and there. Like, so-and-so mentioned something about Bitcoin, or a guy at the store, was wearing a shirt or whatever. Just seeing more of it out there, but man, oh man, you're not seeing it reflected in anything. No big spike. Nothing. Yeah, it just tells me, man, I don't think we've even started. I don't think we've started. I'm one of those that believes this super cycle thing is coming. I do. I think the super cycle thing's coming. I still think it's a next year thing. And man, it probably matters a lot who gets elected president here in the States. Speaking of which, we never got from Trump his crypto policies, which is wild. He said he would announce his plans to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. We didn't hear shit. But maybe, I'm just thinking on the spot here, that's probably going to line up with the official announcement and the launch of World Liberty. Is that what it's called? His DeFi platform. So we'll see, man, but something like that's going to get interest ramped up. What comes first? Here's what I'm curious. What comes first, the interest and then the price action follows, or does the price action, is that what gets people looking? So let's look previous all-time high, not this cycle, but last cycle. We're looking October, November 2021. So, yeah, interesting. So we definitely had a spike back then, not all-time high interest, but it definitely spiked right at that exact time. It definitely right at the same time. Let me look back here again. It does match up pretty exactly, doesn't it? So here we are, so damn close to all-time high right now, and interest, nothing. Just basically nothing compared to what we've seen in the past, guys. I don't know, man. It's another one of those spidey sense things. I need my own little chart of my own spidey sense. How much is tingling? It's tingling hard. It's tingling really hard right now. I'm gonna get to some of your guys' comments too about Fractal. You guys are getting deep in there, huh? Oh, ASIC versus FSIC. Interesting. Yeah, I see you guys chatting about that. Lemon, that's an interesting point. Lots of normies claim to be done with crypto after getting burned 1 to 3 times. They say that. Actually, I'm glad you said that because they say that, and I don't believe them at all, dude, at all. Right? A lot of normies bought up here, right? A lot, like, what drives the price up to these levels is normies coming in. Normies came in, bought the top, and they all lost, right? And then, of course, they swear they're done until, look, if they sold, bummer, but the ones who just bought and are holding on right now are either still down or broke even. I would bet probably still down to a degree, probably. But I tell you what, man, that FOMO's a hell of a drug. So when we hit another all-time high, and when we're up here, man, when we're at 100, 120, those people who did buy here are finally in profit, and then they get bit with that bug. Then they get bit with that, oh shit, okay, it's real, this stuff works. Oh man, I love it, I get it. Right? They turn into us. When they're finally in profit, if you're not in profit, of course you think this is all a big old scam. So when these guys are finally in profit, there we go. But aside from that, when it's all-time high again, I think they start revisiting their old thoughts about, oh, maybe people are right. Maybe it is legit. Because here when it went down, they're like, oh, fuck, it's worth nothing. It's going to zero. They'd probably get more in that mindset. All-time high, man, what that'll do to your thought process. I don't believe any of those people who say they're done, they're out, never coming back. Don't believe any of them. Just like I never believed PFPs weren't coming back. Just like I don't believe NFTs aren't coming back. You know? I don't believe any of those people, Lemon. Jeremy, for real here? Okay, Jeremy, Bitcoin might spike again. I don't think it'll survive in the long term as it's mainly used as money laundering. You know, I heard Charles Hopkins, whatever, Cardano founder, that's similar to what he says, right? Now, that's an old comment, but it actually bubbled up again. I think, Bitcoin Magazine or somebody tweeted that. I think it was even this morning. I don't know. I don't see that anymore. I could probably get in the headspace where I get where that's coming from. But I think at this point, Bitcoin's cemented as it's digital gold, man. Right? I don't think Bitcoin's ever going to be like a payment system. I don't think it's ever going to be that. And I do think another coin can come out and become that. But Bitcoin, as far as like this slow, long, drawn out, death, I don't see it. I can't stay in that headspace. Again, I like to get there and try to picture if it could play out. I can't picture it playing out that way. I can't even understand how it could, I think it stood the test of time at this point. But you know what? Yes, I do think another coin could be like the coin that people use for digital payments. Honestly, I think it's stable coins, which if so, there's no opportunity for you unless you launch a stable coin. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. I think Bitcoin's going to be A-okay. Awful lie. I have friends who are normies that are now saying they should have been buying during the bear. Yeah, see, that's kind of what's going to happen. The FOMO thing kicks in. The FOMO thing kicks in, and that's just it's just what happens. It's just a human nature thing. And those are the same people. It's the exact same people that, without fail, are going to buy the top again next time. Because people, they don't know how to judge how high these... Look at this. Like, I often enough forget to consider market cap when I'm looking at prices and how high can these things get. A normie doesn't think about that stuff at all. They just look at it and they think, can this 2x? Can this... There's no thought behind it. They're just feeling, I think it can go higher. I'll roll the dice. That's kind of it. They're going by... These guys are basically trading this chart. They're trading sentiment. They're trading and buying here. Their interest, right? They start paying attention again. They come in at the top. They're the ones searching Bitcoin, and they're buying there because they think other people are too, and they think it doesn't stop. They really get stuck in a trap here. Yeah. Also, Lemon, that's an excellent point too, and it speaks to Jeremy's points about Bitcoin being used for money laundering, and it is something most I'll say normies, right? Normies still don't get the tech, and I mentioned this Friday. NFTs help me understand the tech more. The fact that Bitcoin, it's a public ledger, it is probably the safest place to be having to be transacting. Honestly, it's all public, all of it. You can't fake it. And anybody who thinks it's anonymous, I mean, to a degree, yeah. To a degree, yeah. But normie sounds so disrespectful, doesn't it, Edge? There's got to be a better word. Like, I always feel funny when I call people normies because I don't mean it disrespectfully. I'm just trying to describe people who not normal for this space, right? They're not crazy ass degens. So it does sound it sounds so rude. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a fact that cash is used for money laundering and all kinds of shady transactions. Bitcoin, for sure, it's used that way, but you compare it to US dollars and it's not even close. Yeah, Lemon, that's what's so interesting. So Lemon saying his friends no interest. Like no interest in Bitcoin now, even with that last spike in price. That is really what gets me so excited about what's to come here. The fact that there's no interest, the fact that we're so close to all-time highs still, and people are not interested, man, they're gonna be. So you know what that requires though? It requires that all-time high to get us back. You picture this scenario. Picture when Farouk and the big old influencers are back on the timeline and they're back to showing off. And Farouk doesn't do this really, but the big old influencers talked about the cars they buy and the houses they're looking at and they're flexing how much they made. And this is, they're taking profits. They're buying shit. That's what normies see. That's what gets normies. That's what gets them in and buying. And again, that's just what happens. And it's going to happen. And those same people who are not paying attention, they will with that stuff. They will when that happens. They'll be like, okay, God damn it, I'll try again. And like last time, that will mark the top. We're a while off from that too, by the way, a year. Jeremy, I agree with you here. Quantum computing can decrypt Bitcoin easily. Jeremy, I agree with you there. You're right. There's going to be a little catch-up game that's going to need to happen, right? I've said this before, and I've actually had people, I think Dead, if you're here, Dead's argued that it's actually not the case, and I don't agree with him, that quantum computing can crack seed phrases, right? And I've seen people argue it can't. No, it can't. If you've got to guess 12 words, it's going to guess them. But that said, Jeremy, the same way that quantum computing is going to be able to crack today's seed phrases, there's going to be some kind of upgrade using quantum decryption. Something will be there to counter that for sure. I have no doubt about it. It's why I feel safe enough now to still be in this. Otherwise, it's a huge ass risk. It really is. And we will have a day where that's a problem, but the tech is also keeping up with that, right? There's people right now building solutions to that. So I don't think that's something, at least for me, doesn't scare me off, and it doesn't give me any concerns long term. It's just something to be aware of, but like thinking that this is not safe because quantum computing will be able to figure this stuff out, crack your seed phrase. You just can't forget that people are building new security methods, protocols, ways to encrypt. So pretty much no worries there. Oh shit, Edge, it is in Ron. Okay, good to know. All right, so Edge, appreciate that, man. The CyberKong's hoodie, the 9DCC hoodie, in USDC and in Ron. Did we get a price on that? Was it 150? I hope 150 be sweet. You know what sucks with these, especially the expensive ones, is getting the sizes right. I never know where to go with this stuff. Never, man. Like I could fit in some brands I could probably fit in a small, but I'm like right between medium and large and no fucking clue. I hate getting a nice hoodie or a nice whatever and then instantly not fitting, Jeremy, that part is definitely not true. I can say that. I like your point you're bringing up, by the way. Like, you're a thoughtful guy. But you can't, I mean, just so you know, so you might not be aware here, there is a fixed supply of Bitcoin, 21 million. There can never be any more. Never. Yeah, so no concerns there about the supply on Bitcoin. Other blockchains, some other blockchains have no supply cap. I think Solana is one of them. That's controlled in a different way. But yeah, Bitcoin, no concerns there about some supply fuckery at all. None. Do you see Bitcoin retest or reset to 40? Man, Vrew, I think only because rate cuts are coming up here in 2 weeks, right? I don't know if we get, I don't think. If we didn't fall, okay, X factor here is the jobs report, the million job adjustment. I don't think that's enough to drop us to 45K, right? If we didn't get to 45K back the beginning of August, and with the job scare, I think that it was in July. If we didn't fall to 45K then, I don't think now, again, with rate cuts so close. And if anything, man, if we get a big old crash, and it's a broader macro thing, if we get a big old dump, maybe that cements a 0.5 rate cut. Where Gravity, where have you heard this? That that 21 million isn't as guaranteed. Where did you hear that? With mining fees plummeting, I hear there's some talk that 21 mil would need to increase with a fork. That is okay. And I'm glad you guys say this stuff, because too many people maybe drink the Kool-Aid and only want to talk positive stuff. The one concern you always have with blockchain stuff is forks. The rules can change. The rules can change. I'm not really worried about it with Bitcoin. I'm just not. But yeah, rules can change. Yeah, Gravity, that'd be awesome, man. It's a good discussion. Something I'll dive into, and we can dissect here over the week here. I've seen those concerns too. Again, especially as we get near the end of the supply, it's a good point. What's the incentive for miners here? It's a good thought. It's good people are talking about this stuff. Man, good chat today. I like this. Okay, we got to talk. God, there is so much going on. You guys want to see something fucked up to start? Trip Ale. Hang on. I love it. I don't know if Trip Ale's been watching for a while, or if he's newer to the show. Again, with Polly coming on my personal thing a couple weeks back. Definitely got some new people watching. I appreciate you guys. And just so people are aware, just because I chatted with Polly, I'll still talk about NFT stuff, like the good, I'll use good lightly, but traditional collectibles, community. I'll just have you know, when I talk about it, I hope you'll see I'm very realistic with stuff. I do not think there's a lot of substance in this space. I think we've been spinning our wheels for a while, so I think you'll find that I'm probably on the same page as Polly, with Polly on most of this stuff. But I happen to like it, and I happen to have fun. And I do think it's ultimately like world changing. We've just not scratched the surface. Everybody's wasting their time scamming you. Everybody's wasting your time taking your money, man. Oh no, Edge, the Ronin Bridge is down. No. Do we know why? Assassin brings up a great point too. The more pressing concern, and people are talking about this, the cost effectiveness of mining. Right? What happens when the difficulty is so high that miners don't make enough with the price, with the value of Bitcoin for how much they're spending on these mining rigs, right? We've been at that threshold where it's not super profitable to be mining. What happens when that processing power is put towards other things like AI, like quantum computing, right? What happens then? You start pulling that processing away from Bitcoin, and you've got a major effect on the Bitcoin network. So there are concerns. It's great, but I like this is where we really test this decentralization work. It is a big old experiment. I know I said recently we're past the point of experimenting, and we are. But man, this stuff is new, and we are learning a lot here over many, many, many years here still. Vrew, runes are dead. Yeah, man. Actually, how low are they now? I'm gonna peek. I saw total market cap of runes like 720 mil. That's what I saw yesterday. Let's peek. Yeah, 710. 712 mil right now. Man, I'm not worried. I'm curious how much fractal impacts the runes. I'm pretty sure you can wrap these and trade them on Fractal, but the fact that Fractal is going to have its own native tokens, its own native fungibles, I'm curious with all this. Still, I think Dog, all that matters, and I'll say this, all that really matters is attention. And Dog's got that special thing going, right? They've got that kind of attention. Damn, $265 million market cap, though. Sheesh. Yeah, it's going to be a bit, Vrew. Yeah, runes are cooked for a bit. Yep. All right, man, I still want to talk. I know we've talked about this, but I want to talk workshop. I want to talk a little bit about. This is what's tricky about doing the weekend shows. I know you guys. I know we've talked about it a bit, but I want to talk Sugartown Zynga. Kind of want to talk this Ether Vista, right? Basically, pump.fun over on ETH. Does it matter? Does it not matter? There's plenty going on, man. For as boring as the market feels right now. All right, let's do. God, I'm going to show you. Hang on, check this, guys. I can't. I just don't want to close this yet till you see. Have you guys seen this clip? It's just a prank, like totally unrelated, but it's fucked up. Hang on, let's watch it. It's super fucked. Dude, this one's messed up. I'm surprised this girl didn't die. Hang on. Vrew, this is the biggest problem with Fractal. I don't think anybody... Look, yeah, I don't know that anybody's got enough conviction that they're like looking forward to this future universe where Fractal is like the ecosystem. I think everybody's got the same headspace as you. I mean... Man, it feels just like Tron and any other ecosystem. It looks like people are getting in, getting out. So Vrew says even with Fractal, it's going to be good plays here first couple of weeks. It's like runes. We'll sell all Fractal-related stuff within a week. That's the approach. It is. I mean, nobody wants to be off of mainnet, right? And everybody wants to be on mainnet. That was the selling point of ordinals. So we'll see. I'm rooting for everybody, right? I always say that, but yeah, I don't know. Dude, this is so fucked up. Watch this. Fucking amazing, man. Can you imagine, yo? That would scare the shit out of me. Yeah. Dude, right? No, Lemon, no. It's funny. You put people in that scenario, you see who's who's really a survivor, man. It's incredible. That's one of the best I've seen. Dude, we're not gonna have time to get to workshop. Whatever, we'll still hit it. We'll still hit it. I'm curious your guys' thoughts on it too. I still want to talk Pond. Let's hit Pond real quick. Pond's my favorite thing. Pond is my favorite thing that's happened here in the past week. This is going to kill my browser. It always does. Shit, maybe not right now. Okay, maybe we're okay. Pond 0x from Polly and crew. All right, this has been a long time in the making, I guess. Right? What started as a DEX is now a multi-chain mining, maybe staking, I don't know, but multi-chain DEX with rewards that work across chains, with buffs that work across chains. It's super interesting. We've been waiting for this to go full live just over the past couple days here. Thought it was going to go live yesterday. It is not yet. Guys, honestly, I recommend you get in line here. I do. NFA. I recommend you go to pond0x.com and peek at it. Just peek at it. Lower fees than Uniswap. I think Uniswap is 0.25%. Pond0x is 0.2%. And the fees that are generated from the platform do not go to the team. Supposedly. I don't know where they make their money from. It's somewhere else. But those fees are going to users of the platform. It is supposed to be a very, very rewarding DEX to use. So, the Pond, this is from Polly and H Wonder. And I don't know who else is on that crew. I'm not sure. But I think you got to be looking at it. I think, right, related to the PNDC token and Pork. Right? It's their tokens. But this being a DEX, and a cross-chain DEX, that's going to share those rewards. Yeah, keep this on your radar. I know you're seeing people talking about it at this point. You are. You would see it a lot more if Polly weren't banned, which he is. But this is going to cook. What you're comparing it to is something like Uniswap. Like, does this have the potential to get to Uniswap levels in a couple of years? I see it eating a lot of market share. I can definitely see that. That Pond token, something like a $70 million, maybe $80 million market cap, while the Uniswap token's something like $4 billion. That's the kind of potential you have here. Even if you don't think it gets as big as Uniswap, it's just thinking about what kind of potential does this thing have. It's got some major potential. So I'm in, I'm watching, I'm paying attention. I've registered for the site. I'm paying for a month of Pro just to get a feel for it and see how mining works. But I'm really looking forward to mining here. I am. I just want to see what that's like. How rewarding can it be? I'll say I don't think it's a scam. Oh, dude, I thought Hoodie was this afternoon. Dude, I'm not going to get over. If you got to connect your Ronin wallet, I don't think I'm going to get my USDC or Ron over in time. Damn. I'll look at secondary, I guess, there. But yeah, Pond, I got to see what mining involves if you're committing some CPU and, you know, what else. I'm not sure. But separately, I saw some other products on here, like maybe some bots where you're just supplying liquidity to an LP. Right? So you're putting in maybe, let's say, ETH and USDC or ETH and whatever a token is in the pair. Right? I like this. I like this. I'm also looking at this as an investment to learn, right? Yeah, but Assassin, I thought they'd have an NFT that represents the hoodie. Assassin's asking why I'm talking secondary. I'm thinking of the, what are they called? The uniquely hoodies and stuff, right? You mint an NFT and you could swap that and then you would redeem that for your physical. I was hoping it's like that. Maybe it's not. Yeah, okay. eBay, yes, like that's my secondary market. Actually, I do that. I do that quite a bit, looking for like Pudgy Penguin physicals. Remember that neon Adidas tracksuit? I was shopping for physicals for that over on eBay. Yeah, dude, I really, really thought this would be an NFT that you mint. if not cool, but it could be. Do we know that it's not? Do we know for sure that it is not? All right, let's see if I can still fit this in. Again, I know we've talked about this, but it is a big deal. I didn't really get to share many thoughts on it. Oh, you know what? How much can you share? We don't know what's coming here, other than dApps, right? So the workshop, Yuga Labs committing 13 of their devs to this new, do I call it a platform? We'll call it a platform. The workshop. Building dApps for ApeChain, which ApeChain is not far off, guys. ApeChain's not far off at this point. And they would be building, I would bet you they're building stuff like Pond. Building their own decks for ApeChain. Building some cool tools and ways to integrate all their assets, right? It's a team to build products. Now, the first of these I think we start seeing within a few weeks. Testnet's live. ApeChain Testnet's live, called Curtis. Right? So that's live. I imagine we'll start seeing some workshop products over there. Right? I would imagine they want to go live with ApeChain with a Yuga Labs product there. But I like it, man. Tell you this, I hear more FUD than I do anything positive about this. Even from guys who I think are in the ecosystem. A lot of people are like, man, they just don't know. They don't know what direction they're going at all, right? They're like a collectible project that goes kind of degen, then they go gaming. Now they're walking back from gaming, and they're like, we're a dApp company. I don't know if they know where they want to go, but I think that speaks to how much, well, what I usually say, we romanticize this space and the tech and what it is we're going to do with it. And people are just learning you're not going to do that stuff. You're not. You're not going to end up doing that. At least right now. This is years down the road. We got to get some stuff built out first. Like, the infrastructure is not big enough to change the world, guys. But yeah, people, what do they want Yuga Labs to be at this point? I think they want them to focus on the other side. To be honest, I think that's what it is. I don't know. I think people don't picture a big gaming user base in Yuga Labs. I think that's true. But people saw the other side as a thing to onboard normies, those same normies, to the metaverse, to onboard them to NFTs. You're not going to do that with these dApps. Afraid to say, I don't think you're onboarding them with dApps on ApeChain. Other side was the thing. So seeing them pivot from that, first off, seeing them not build shit in the other side for 2 years, then seeing them, pivot away from it, now starting to build over there too. They've had Poker Night, they've had the Project Dragon, which is cool. But seeing that other side isn't their core focus, I think is what's got people bearish. Okay, again, speak for myself. That is the one thing I'd like to see them building. Make the other side the thing we thought it was going to be, unless they're realizing that's not ever going to happen. Maybe that's not real. And that could be the case. And if so, they got a big old problem on their hand. The fact that they sold 100,000 lands with another 100,000 still to go. So I think that's where bearishness comes from. I think it makes sense to me. Animoca doing stuff with ApeChain, it's something. It's definitely something. At this point, Animoca does stuff with everybody, and I like that they do, by the way. They've said they've done well in the space. They like to share and support. I love that. Right? Animoca Brands doing stuff with CryptoSlam. So it is bullish seeing them do stuff with ApeChain, for sure. Man, you guys, something's changed, and it's been this way for a bit, but I don't find many people backing Yuga anymore, which is wild. Yeah, I know Marty's not a fan. And I've never known Marty. Since I've known Marty, I've never known him to be positive about them ever. Honestly, ever. So this is nothing new. Yuga should silently build some and publicly stay degen. Interesting. What would Yuga being degen, what would that look like, man? What would Yuga publicly stay? Like, what would they do to look degen at this point? Because, like, I was listening to B Check this morning, and I think it was maybe Bread Guy talking, like, I think it was him, by the way, Bread Guy. I don't know if it was somebody else talking, but saying, like, Yuga's just looked at it as this corporate thing, and they are. Yuga is a corporate, very, very corporate company now. So I don't know if they could ever do degen again. Right? Kind of like Zynga had to get rid of their games, their Sugartown stuff. And that was the point, guys. Zynga's out of Sugartown. Sold it to D20 Labs. Yuga's that. I don't know if they can build the things. That's $149, dude. That's fucking awesome. Dude, can you buy with a debit card? Nope. No, they've not integrated debit payments, man. Damn. All right, we're gonna watch. We'll go a little long today too. By the way, it's Labor Day, man. I'll throttle back elsewhere. By the way, I do think we're doing the afternoon show. We are doing the Little Noun show, so we got more to say today. All right, let's see. I'm just watching it. I can't buy, but I'm watching to see if and when it sells out. I think it will. 400 is not a lot for something this nice. Right? Yeah, Musty. I think that's it, man. Yeah, and I think that's all they can say at this point. Too much money, too much attention. I am sure they're still balls deep in legal issues with the SEC. So to some degree, they probably can't even do much. I bet you their hands are tied. Still, I like the workshop. I like the idea. Cool. Build some dApps, build some games, build some, well, not games, build some tools and products. I like all that. But truthfully, I don't know what else you can build right now. I think we're kind of tapped, aren't we? Like, what is anybody building that's super innovative on any other chains? Would they go build a predictions market? I think that'd be smart, but at this point, we got those. A pump.fun kind of thing, sure. SocialFi, sure. I guess the hope is that Yuga stumbles on something like that, right? Something like that happens to be totally original, right? Where they kick off a new meta. I think that's the hope. Would you guys agree? I think the hope is that they create something brand new and something magic all on their own that is theirs, that brings everybody, right? The same way we all run to those other platforms. Everybody ran to pump.fun. The hope is Yuga makes something like that and it just gets everybody over there. Swerve, I think you're right. Swerve, I think you're exactly right, dude. That and that's what I've been saying, actually. Yuga Labs pivoted to go with the poly model. They're going to build a pond ecosystem, right? Their chain is Magma. They're going to do the same thing. Like Poly's going to build out dApps on Magma, I'm assuming. This is what Yuga Labs is doing. They're playing catch-up at this point. Yes, see, Whirly Girl, spot fucking on. Yep. This is the thing. Their hands are tied. They cannot do too much, I guarantee, because they still are dancing with the SEC, man. They are. Yep. So, yeah, this is tricky. This is really, really tricky. You know what? I think Pixel Vault's probably in the same boat, too. Right? You know my thoughts on Pixel Vault. I'm very fuddy with them. And I bet you they're in the same boat, too. Raised a lot of money. Definitely more of that corporate feel. And I think they cannot build out some of these products we really want to see. Again, look at Zynga selling Sugartown because they can't build that stuff. I think these big guys got that problem. It's a bummer. You got to look to these overseas builders, these overseas projects to build the real innovative shit. It is why the presidential election is so consequential this time around, right? If Trump wins, maybe that changes. Maybe Yuga Labs can go so deep DGen at that point, maybe. But yeah, they can't right now. Yep. Yeah, Musty, I think you're right. Guys, great takes. Great takes today. Love it. So, to a degree with Yuga Labs here, part of why they're doing what they're doing right now is they just have to. They raise so much money that, first off, I don't think they can ever meet expectations. I think that's obvious. You can't. Also, I don't know anybody who 3 years ago has built what they said they were building because, again, I think expectations kind of got reset and we realized that you can't. And when the royalties ended, you realize you're not going to have the funds you need. That doesn't apply to Yuga. They raised a lot. But again, what happened in 21 and 22 and where people thought we'd be now because we were so caught up because we didn't understand the tech. They should have, if they're building, if they're the ones selling shit, they should have understood it. They didn't. But part of what they're doing now is probably behind the scenes. It's like, fuck. Hey, it would have been cool if we could have done this. We can't for all these reasons. But we got to make it look like we're doing something, don't we? So I think that's a lot of what's going on with Yuga Labs. They have to look busy. And I know they want to look busy, and I know they want to deliver things that are great. I know that. Of course they do. Like, they're not fuckheads. So yeah, they want to build cool shit. I just don't think you can in this environment with regulations and not having regulation. You know what? With that uncertainty, they can't. Again, I think they're tied up with the SEC too. But also the tech, just, what are you going to build? What are you going to build? Are you gonna outbuild Poly? You got the right guys to be able to, but you're choosing not to because what? You can't beat the fees on Pondo X. Pond Zero X. Tell me, what's the right way? When I say Pondo X, is that totally wrong? But you can't beat a guy like Pauly, who's got, what, 3-5 people on a team, who does not need to make what you guys need to make to build it. Yeah, they're sorry, but this space is not going to turn into what we think it's going to turn into. 0x. Thank you, Whirly Girl. I swear to God, Whirly, you sound like my friend Jordy. Like I'm almost wondering if you're her, by the way, especially when you talk legal stuff. I'm super suspicious right now. Man, Awful, I don't want to believe that. Well, Awful Eye saying he thinks all that's an excuse that they aren't trying. I don't want to believe that, dude. Like, I want to believe that they're good guys and that they really do love this stuff and they are trying and they got knocked off course for a couple years. At one point, they did get rich and they did throttle back, right? They brought on the team that they thought would bring them to, that would deliver, right? And I think at that point, they were ready to be like, we did our thing. We're done. We're done. I think that happened. I do. And they came back because they had to, man. Dude, what would it look like right now if Yuga Labs still had what's his name? What was the old CEO, the previous CEO's name? What was his name? What was his name? Right, the former game executive guy. Imagine if he was still at the helm here. Oh, hang on. What are you saying? Yuga Labs corporate running like they got Michael Scott at the helm. Nice. What was the previous dude, man? Imagine him still running this thing and how much worse they'd be. They'd be still delivering Legends of Mara and Heavy Metal and the Dookie Dash stuff. Hang on, would people actually be happier right now? They might be. I'm telling you, man, all they needed to do, and when I say all, it is a heavy lift. But, dude, they needed to be pushing the other side. That's a good point, too, Awful Eye, them being a Supreme, right? Like, you're talking the brand, right? Like, high, like, quality, like, top tier, like a luxury brand. Yeah, that changed, too. Everything changed. Yeah, dude. Kong's, if we're talking merchant shit. Yuga's got Bape. But it's, it just feels different. Never, dude, Musty. No one in Web3. You are only happy when you're making money. And you're only making money when the ecosystem's cooking, and man, we're not cooking. So no, it's a good point. Still, I think I really think they should have been pushing. They should have been pushing the other side. And their big problem is everybody else, or I should say the others who are pushing, are caught up, if not outbuilding them there. I'm just always shocked at how little they actually got done on the other side. They got nothing. Project Dragon's cool. But that metaverse we thought we'd be running around. There it is, Daniel Allegre. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that metaverse we thought we'd be running around in. Where is it? Where is it? Is it even coming, man? I don't think it is. Which is a bummer. Right? I don't know if those kind of metaverses, are they going to exist even? Like, will they exist? I'm literally thinking if that'll ever happen. Because what I really think is GTA or Fortnite or, one of these is going to beat them to it. But do they turn it into like a big old persistent whatever? Man, I don't know. I just don't know. I wish. Musty dude. Are you talking about the actual app VR chat? I hope you are, dude, because I love that. If you're talking about the actual, like, that standalone VR chat app, I'm with you, brother. I fucking love that. I go in the furry rooms. And I hang out with the furries. And I police them. I do. I actually get in there and I try separating them. Because they're usually laying on the ground cuddling. If you guys have never seen it, dude, it's amazing. Here, you guys want to see it? If you've never seen it, these furries, literally like people in VR that put on these big old furry avatars, they're fucking awesome. And they get on the ground and they cuddle. And it's a big old public chat too, so you hear everything everybody's saying, and it's awesome. But yeah, I get in and I stand between them and I do this, and I tell them to separate. And sometimes they do actually. They actually, they clean it up a little bit. I take it over and I make it a Christian server. Yeah, wait till you see this. If you've never seen VR chat with the furries, I don't know. I don't know if I can show this because I don't know what they're going to do in these videos. We're going to show it anyways. But dude, VR chat is the metaverse. Okay, I think this will work. Hang on. Let me get a good one. It's the metaverse. This is an educational segment, guys, on the metaverse. The best metaverse in the world right now. The best metaverse in the world right now, VR chat. Musty, I'm glad you brought this up. Offline, by the way, there's so much that could be done by Yuga Labs, but they can't decide who they are. Are they a Web2 brand, a clothing brand, game studio, DeFi? See, the thing is, and you're right, but I think they should be all of that. I mean, I think that's the best part of NFTs is with a single token, you can get access and perks, right, to all things across all that stuff. I want my Bored Ape, which I don't have one. I want my Bored Ape to get me in-store discounts at Starbucks if you go to Starbucks or whatever. You know what I mean? I want that NFT to get me into a baseball game or a basketball game, and I want it to get me a discount here, and I want it to get me early access to a movie. And so I like that. I like Yuga clothing brand, Degen Daps, more collectibles, whitelist for this project. Like, our NFT should be everything. Lemon, yeah. Let's see if we can. Oh, this one's kind of lame. Hang on. I need to find like a good furry chat room. Tomorrow's episode will be live. We're gonna be live from VR chat in the furry chat room. I want to see if they got cuddling ones. So they'll usually sit like that and they hug each other. I don't know. I don't think you're getting like the aura. I don't think you're getting the essence of the furry chat here, but that's why we're gonna have to stream from it. Oh my god, can I do that? I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to stream from the furry chat for you guys. I'll invite you too. You should come in and hang. Come to the furry chat. Yeah, no, I know. I was being careful because like some of that stuff probably could get yeah, like it's some of the chat is not good. So I was making sure it was PG-13 enough. It can be rated R, but some of their shit's wild. So anyway, it wasn't a good video. You'll have to just trust me. The furry chat is the metaverse. So basically, guys, metaverse ain't happening. Those people hate NFTs. People that hang in VR hate NFTs. So we're not getting a metaverse ever. Just so you know. Nate Garrissey. God, I'm never gonna get his name right. We'll be on this show soon. Nate, if you're watching, dude, you should actually hop up. You should just come live for a couple minutes here, man. Otherwise, we'll get it scheduled. He's a great dude, guys. He's really, really cool. And smart as fuck. I told him, like, the same way he knows crypto, by the way. He actually has NFTs as well. I don't know how deep in NFTs he is, but the same way he's probably here and teaching his TradFi guys NFTs and crypto. Like, dude, you're going to be teaching, like, crypto people TradFi. I don't know anything about TradFi, and through him, I'm starting to get it. Like, certain things, and I got no skin in the game, really, but he's an interesting character here for onboarding. He is, which is cool. Anyway, 13 of the top 25 ETF launches this year are either Bitcoin or Ether related. Wow. Out of approximately 400 new ETFs. Top 4, all Bitcoin. Wild stuff, man. That's super impressive. Man. Dude, people love crypto. People love crypto. It's good stuff. All right, maybe we'll wrap here. I'm trying to think if we got any other topics. And I don't want to get too deep in anything at this point. Let me think. Anything out there you guys are seeing? We got the new Doodles music video. We had... Oh, you know what's happening today? Hang on, this'll work. Nothing to get too deep into right now, but predict.fun, I think, launches tomorrow. It's either today or it's tomorrow. This is over on Blast. Awful. I think he just meant, by the way, when he said the audio, I think he just meant the furry video, which I had it cut off. So, but yeah, predict. Okay, this goes live tomorrow. Okay, so predict.fun, predictions market over on Blast, native yield, right? So you bridge some money over, you put it in their platform, you earn, I'm assuming, gold, and then you go play this like you play what's it called? Polymarket. Go bet on shit. I think this will do well. I think it'll do well because it's an incentivized enough ecosystem that it's going to attract people just for that. But if they can get it right and they get people making money on these bets, like they will. Just like we're seeing, just like the thesis with these new NFT mints that are seeing people in profits, right? People are going to chase stuff because of that. People are going to follow where there's liquidity. If they can bring it in because people win, that continues. So I like these guys. Keeping my eye on that. See if I can get a sponsorship out of them. That's the goal. I'm going to try. I saw ICO Beast trying the same. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to DM him and ask. Give me a little early access. I will pump the shit out of that. Okay. I think that's it. I think we call it here. I think. Solid. A C+ show. B-, C+. I'll go C+. C. Just the C. Solid. Hit me if we got anything else. Maybe do a quick peek at the market. I want something else to talk about. I just don't think there's anything else out here. Eggs our story, man. These friggin' eggs, man. Shame about those guests. Yeah, I still don't know about the afternoon show. Still, I don't know. If Henry wants the day off, man, he never gets a day off. So if Henry wants the day off, maybe no afternoon show. I know the Little Noun show is happening, though, so you can definitely catch us there. Anyway, stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed here to SlamX Official on YouTube. It is SlamXIO over on X. If the afternoon show's happening, it's at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here. And the Little Noun show you can find at the Little Nouns show over on X. It is a Spaces. You're welcome to come up and shoot the shit with us. Should be a great time. Guys, appreciate you hanging out and joining. See you in a little bit right here. Guys, see ya.